everyone, my name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. Thank you for joining me today for another week of Vital Fitness. I hope you're all doing well, taking care, and let's get seated in our chairs. So we are going to take a few breaths in and out just to start off here today. So go ahead and inhale through your nose all the way in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale again. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So get seated in your chairs. Make sure it's a chair that has no wheels underneath. You don't want to be rolling off here. We are going to be doing our warm-up exercises for this All Abilities exercise class, so feel free to adjust as needed. So go ahead and turn your head side to the front and then to the other side. Again, side, front, and then side. And just keep turning your head and feel free to just ease your way into it, warm up that neck. And it's just your head and your neck moving. So if you watch my shoulders, they're kind of just staying in place here. And I'm not really moving it. So, not just yet. Okay, let's go ahead and look up to the ceiling, straight ahead, and then floor. Again. Make sure you're breathing throughout the time that we have today. I'll be going all the way through, but feel free to take a break if you need it. Of course, listen to your body and what it needs. We save these videos every week, so you can always come back to it if you need to, if you'd like. And we're here every week, so yeah. Okay, one more time now. So look up to the ceiling, look straight ahead, and then down to the floor. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Okay, moving down to your shoulders this time. Let's go ahead and shrug your shoulders up and down, up and down. Take deep breaths in and out here. Feel your shoulders loosen. If they feel any tension, kind of try and breathe into it and release that tension that you might have. Let's roll your shoulders forward this time. So if you watch my shoulder, I'm doing small circles with my shoulder here. Taking deep breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling all the way through. Let's roll our shoulders back this time. You'll notice I don't have any music playing, and that's just so everyone can hear me. Feel free to put on music on your end. I know it gets a little bit too quiet sometimes, but I want to make sure that everyone can listen to our class and not have any difficulties hearing too. So, okay, go ahead and rest those shoulders. They hopefully are a little bit warmer now. Feel that in my chest and my back as well. And now let's move on to our arms this time. So we are going to stretch our arms out to the sides. Just feel like you're being pulled both sides with your arms, straight out to the sides. And then we're going to bring our arms a little bit farther back. So if you watch my arms, it's straight to the side, directly to the side, and then I'm pushing them a little bit farther back, opening up that chest And take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. Stretch if you can a little bit more, and deep breath out. Okay, this time let's go ahead and bring our hands together right in front of us. So this is what I look like from the front, a little bit to the side here. I'll stay right there. So we have our hands, our palms together, and then we're opening it back up. So palms together, opening it a little bit back up. And just keep on doing this for a few more times here, and then we'll add a small variation if you can. Now, of course, with any of these variations, feel free to not do them. Listen to your body, what it can and can't do. If you could go a little bit further or stretch a bit further, go ahead and do that. This is an all abilities exercise class, so feel free to make whichever adjustments you need to. So, again, when we have our hands together like this, we're going to slightly curve our back. So to get a bit of a stretch right here in our upper back, our palms are together right in front of us, and we slightly curve our back, and then we stretch out, open up that chest, and bring our hands back behind us a bit. So palms together, curve that back, and then open up that chest and repeat. So we are simply still warming up here, so stretching, taking deep breaths in and out as we go back and forth. And let's do one more time here. So open up that chest, bring those hands back, and curve your back a little bit, and then rest your arms. So take a deep breath in and inhale, deep breath out, exhale, deep breath in, inhale, deep breath out, and exhale. Okay. Let's move on to more exercises for our arms here. We are going to stretch one arm off to the side here, and then we're going to have it come across our body. So again, stretch our arm to the side and then have it come across our body. Make sure that when you do this, you're not turning your shoulders, so you're not doing this here, but you're keeping your shoulders and your whole torso facing the front as you do this. And we're just going through the movement. And relaxing our body. I know our arms are starting to get tired. We've had them up for a while, so that's why we're alternating right now, so that they're not up the whole time. But keep on going, keep on warming up those muscles as we do this. Inhaling and exhaling. It's almost like you're imagining like you're wiping something off the table, or like swiping it off the table. I don't know. That's the image in my head that I thought of as I am doing this. Okay, one more time on each side here. So to the side, or to the front, I mean, and other side. Okay, shake that off again. Moving down to our hands this time, I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see. We're going to stretch our fingers far and wide, as far as you can, and then gently curl our fist. So again, stretch those fingers, and then curl the fist. Stretch. And of course, go at your own pace for this. Feel free to really feel that movement all the way through, from open to close, all those joints or small joints in our fingers. We need to stretch them out too. And of course, feel free to adjust to whatever works best for you. Our Vital Fitness class, it's our All Abilities exercise class that we do every Tuesday at 10:30. And so feel free to, we're doing it through Facebook Live right now, but we'll have to wait and see for when we can come back in person. So I know we hope to do that soon. Okay, stretch out those fingers again and have your palms face the floor. Rotate, face the ceiling. So again, the floor and then ceiling. We're just gently rotating our wrists. Feel free to go at your own pace for this one. This one's actually a good exercise to do in any part of your day. I know we don't always have the time to do anything, but a little bit of this, it still helps. It might seem like it doesn't, but it's nice to be able to make sure that we're still moving around all those little parts of our body that we don't pay attention to, because if you don't move it, you lose it. If you are aware or remember the phrase. It's a catchy one. Okay, shake those off. Oh, I forgot one more. I forgot one more. Touch each finger with your thumb. There you go. Almost forgot that one. So again, go at your own pace, whatever works best for you. These small motor movements, we forget to do them, and then over time as we get older, we kind of lose the ability to be able to do this sometimes. So you want to make sure you're doing it now and you're doing it consistently if you can. So okay, and shake that off. If it's too much to shake off, feel free to just kind of wave your hands, whatever works best for you. And we're gonna move to our legs this time. If you need a drink of water, feel free to take a drink of water. If you need a break, feel free to step away, whatever works best for you. Okay, take a deep breath in and inhale through your nose all the way in. And exhale all the way out. Okay, moving on to our legs this time, we're going to do some seated marching. So just in your chair here, we are going to raise one leg and put that to the ground, raise the other leg, and then back to the ground. So we're just switching left and right here. And do it at a comfortable range of motion, so you don't need to have your legs so high up if you can't. If you can do it even higher than what I'm doing right now, as you can see in the video, feel free to do that as well. You want to warm up though, so don't stretch anything out too much. You don't want to pull anything. But go ahead and keep going. Control the movement all the way through. This one's actually a little bit harder to do the slower you go. You get to really feel what muscles are really working hard to make it move slowly. But we will speed it up soon. We're going to speed it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this time, go ahead and go a little bit faster if you can. That might mean you're not raising your leg as high, and that's okay. You're working on speed right now. Maybe your heart's pumping a little bit more, you're breathing a little bit harder, depending on how much faster you can go. But keep on going. Go at your fastest speed if you can. And just keep that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slow back down. Slow that down. We're going to slow it down. Take deep breaths in and out, inhaling and exhaling. You can just rest the rest of your back. Make sure you're kind of at a good posture here. And go ahead and rest your feet to the ground. Take another deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Okay. So moving down to our calves this time, we are going to stretch it out here. So go ahead and extend one leg out. I'm not locking my knee, I'm keeping it nice and soft, but I'm stretching that leg out here, just one of my legs. So just stretching one of my legs. I think it's, there you go. You can see it best right here. But you're stretching one of your legs out. Your foot, it's not flat on the floor, but it's actually flexed. And so flex simply meaning like your toes trying to point up to the ceiling if they can. But if you feel your calves kind of stretching a little bit by doing that, then that's what you should be feeling. So now that we have our leg outstretched, toes pointing up to the ceiling, we're going to lean forward a bit and just lean as far forward as you can where you feel a stretch kind of right right on the underside of your leg. So if you feel a stretch, that's all you need to feel. And go ahead and release and stretch the other leg this time. So again, you want to stretch out your leg, but don't lock out your knee. Keep it nice and soft so you don't injure anything. And then instead of your foot being flat, we're going to have it flexed, toes pointing to the ceiling if they can. And then go ahead and lean forward until you feel a stretch. So when I lean forward here too, you'll notice I'm not hunching forward, but I'm trying to keep my posture nice and straight. So I'm doing a little bit of some exercise here too. So I'm kind of bracing my core to be able to lean forward here without hunching. Okay, go ahead and release that. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's try that again. So go back to your other leg, have that outstretched, foot flexed, and then we're going to lean forward until we feel a stretch right underneath our leg here. Feel a nice stretch, I know, especially kind of at your calf, and release. Other leg this time, stretch it forward, don't lock out your knee, and lean forward. My foot is flexed as well. So sometimes depending on how much you flex your foot, you'll really feel the change. Okay, and release. Take a deep breath in again. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in and out. Okay, this time we are going to lift our heels off of the ground. So lift those heels off the ground and then lift the toes off the ground. So lift the heels and then the toes. And we're kind of just rocking back and forth here. Lifting the heels, lifting the toes, and going through this movement. Taking deep breaths in and out, inhaling and exhaling all the way through. We want to warm up our ankles here because we're about to do our sit to stand exercise. So I want to get them nice and warmed up for that, nice and ready, so that we don't injure anything as well. Okay, and rest those feet back to the ground. Now let's do our sit to stand exercise. So let's take a deep breath in and inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. I'm going to show different variations of the sit to stand exercise because I know we can't, sometimes it's a little bit harder to get up and off of our chair here. So there is a chair assisted version. So if you have a stable chair in front of you, so I have one right here, I'm going to place that right in front of me. I can use this to help boost myself up throughout the exercise that we're about to do. But we're not going to boost ourselves up just yet. So we are actually just going to stretch forward and then come back. So to get started with that, sit on the edge of your chair. You want room underneath your legs and feet flat on the floor. Your posture is upright the whole entire time. Try to keep that posture nice and aligned and straight. And then shoulders rolled back And we're looking up the whole time. So don't look down, just remain looking up and looking straight ahead. Okay, let's take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. The first part to our sit to stand is to simply stretch forward and then come back to your chair. So we're not hunching forward. Let's do that again. Let's inhale as we stretch forward. Exhale as we come back. Again, inhale, stretch forward, and do it at a comfortable range of motion, and then exhale back. One more time here, stretch forward, and then come back. The second part to our sit to stand is where we lift just a few inches off our chair, maybe 2 or 3 inches off, and then we come back down to sit down. So what that looks like, because it is a momentum-based sit to stand, we put what we just did earlier all together and kind of be able to do this exercise kind of in that format. So the first part, again, is reach over, no lifting yet. Inhale, exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, let's try that again. Now, if you can't lift off your chair, that's okay. Keep on stretching forward and back. Again, what I do is simply just a guide. It's kind of a skeleton of what you might be available doing with your body. But don't push. If you know you can't do it, don't do it. We want to make sure we stay safe here the whole entire time. So you know your body best, and go ahead and make the right decisions too. So yeah, okay. Let's take a deep breath in again. Deep breath out. And let's stretch forward again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Lift a little this time. Inhale. And exhale. When we exhale, try not to plop down in your chair. I know that can be a little bit harder, but that's the challenge here with this exercise. It makes it a little bit more difficult in some ways. Okay, let's add on the very last part now, where we stand all the way up, and then we're going to stay standing for a few seconds before we sit back down. So again, it's a momentum-based sit to stand. We keep on adding on. We are going to do our first motion where we just lean forward, no lifting. And exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Keep looking up. Exhale. Gently back down. And stand all the way up now. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so that is the chair-assisted version of what that exercise looks like. I want to show how it looks like just swinging your arms so that you can get that momentum to get yourself up and off your chair. But before we do that, we're going to feel that chair. It's right behind us. The back of our legs can feel the chair. We know where it is. We know where we're going to sit down. And we're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale as we gently come back down to the chair. So drink some water if you haven't yet. We're going to do this again, but this time without a chair in front of us. Feel free to keep on doing it with a chair, of course, if that works best for you. Okay. So, we're going to just use our arms to swing forward and then come back to help bring us up and off our chair. So let's start from the beginning here. Sit towards the edge of your chair, shoulders rolled back, you're looking up the whole time, and feet nice and flat on the floor. Let's do our first motion where we stretch forward. Inhale, exhale. Lift a little this time. Use those arms to swing for momentum. Inhale, exhale. And now the very last part. We're going to stand all the way up, do the same things. Arm swings for momentum. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so that's how to do it with just the arm swings to help you get up. We're going to do it one more variation. How? Step back. Again, feel that chair behind you. Go ahead and we're going to sit down here. But before we do that, we're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out as you gently lower yourself back to the chair. Okay. So we are going to do our sit to stand now. One more variation to show you where it's not just our arms kind of using that momentum, but we're also using our legs for momentum. Okay, so take another deep breath in and inhale. Exhale. Posture upright, sitting towards the edge of your chair, feet flat on the floor. And first part again where we lean forward, no lifting. Exhale. For the second part, we are going to lean back a bit. So to add momentum to our sit to stand movement, we are going to lean back, lift our feet off the ground, and then we're going to use both our legs and our arms for momentum here to get up and off our chair. Let's try that again here. So sit towards the edge of your chair. And let's do our very first part again to the sit to stand exercise where we just lean forward, no lifting. And exhale. Now lift a little this time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, the very last part to our sit to stand, we're going to stand all the way up. So go ahead and inhale as you lean back and push. And then exhale as you gently come back to your chair and try not to plop down. Okay, so let's try that again. I won't talk through it as much this time. Oh, I just did, we just did just a little bit lift off and then back to the chair. Let's do the whole thing now. I misspoke earlier. Let's do the whole thing where we lean forward, come back, lift a little, and then come back to our chair, and then stand all the way up, and we will stay standing. Okay, so take a deep breath in and inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Okay, first part to our sit to stand, we're going to lean forward, no lifting, and then come back to our chair. Lift a little this time. Inhale, exhale. Now stand all the way up. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, so we will stay standing. For the folks who want to do the seated variations of these exercises, I'll get to that as well. But stand behind your chair. This one anyone can do as long as you stretch one leg out. We're going to just warm up our ankle again here, and we are going to draw a circle with our toes. So you can do this either seated or standing, up to you. Of course, go ahead and make sure you're not stretching it too far either. It's a all abilities exercise class, so we want to make sure we're listening to our body the whole entire time. Okay, switch to the other direction this time. If you hear noises, but it's not hurting, as long as it's not hurting, it's pretty normal. So I know I just heard a couple from me, from my ankle. Okay, go ahead and rest. Stretch the other foot this time. Same thing. Draw circles with your toe. Taking deep breaths in and out. Other direction now. And rest. Take another deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. So standing behind your chair here, we are going to simply go up on our toes, on our tiptoes, and then back down to the floor. Again, go up on our tiptoes and back down to the floor. If you are seated down, what this looks like, seated down, it's kind of similar to what we were doing earlier. Keep going if you're standing up though. Simply raise your heels off the ground like this. If you'd like to feel more of a challenge, more weight on your legs, go ahead and lean forward. You'll feel a little bit more weight right here because our weight is shifted forward. Okay, keep going. I'm going to come back to standing here. And we are just going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and for this last one, let's hold it in the air for a little bit longer. And then gently come back down to the ground and shake that off. Okay. This time, let's go ahead and be about an arm's length away from our chair. This will look different whether you are doing this exercise seated or standing. So I'll show what it looks like standing first. What we're going to do is we're going to place one foot in front of the other. Doesn't matter which one, we'll switch anyway later. But put one foot in front and then go ahead and shift your weight forward. So I started off like this, and then I'm shifting my weight forward. My feet are flat, and my back leg is outstretched. So not bent, but outstretched like this, so that we feel a stretch right there, right at our calf, for sure. Okay, release. Other foot now this time. One foot in front of the other, and then shift our weight forward. Keep the feet flat so that you feel that stretch, especially with your back foot, or back leg, I mean. And it's not bent, but it's nice and outstretched like this. And then release. Keep going if you're standing up, so switch legs again. I will show what this looks like seated down for folks who'd like to feel that same stretch. And this is actually really similar to what we already did earlier. So simply extend your leg forward. So extend one leg forward, and we're going to flex our foot. So don't keep it flat to the floor. It's not like people who are standing up. It looks a little bit differently, but flex your foot as though your toes pointing up to the ceiling, and then lean forward, and you feel a stretch kind of right there at the same place. So you can do this exercise seated down as well. We actually started off and warmed up with this exercise, so if you already warmed up with us, then you'll know what we're doing. Switch, extend one leg in front of the other. Flex that foot, so toes pointing up to the ceiling if they can. And then make sure your knee is nice and safe so it's not locked in place. It's soft. And lean forward until you feel a stretch. Okay, go ahead and switch one more time here. For the folks standing up, make sure you're doing about the same amount of time for each one. And switch. Last one now. Okay. So I'll show what the seated variation of this next exercise looks like. And I'm actually going to face you right here in front. And what I'm simply going to do is step to the side, feet together, step to the other side, feet together. So side, together, side, together. Keep going here. And if you have a chair to help kind of assist you here, you can do this. Or if you don't need a chair, simply just step side, together, side, together. So multiple variations of how to do this exercise. You're just keeping the same speed the whole entire time. We're going to add a small variation here pretty soon. And that variation is we are going to step and then we're going to do a squat, a mini squat. So imagine as though you are sitting down in a chair and then you're straightening back up and then feet together. So legs are apart, mini squat, straighten out, feet together. Legs open up again, mini squat, straighten out, feet together. And keep going here the whole way through as we do this movement. And for those folks who are standing up and doing, or for the folks sitting down, I mean, and doing this, I'll show what a variation looks like here next. Keep going if you're standing up. But since we're already sitting down, we can't really pretend as though we're sitting down with a squat. So what you can do instead is to raise a knee up, and then the other knee up. Raise that knee again, and then other knee. So we're doing the same exact thing here. So we are stepping, feet together, stepping, feet together. It's the same too if you're standing up. So remember that you're squatting, and then you bring your feet together, stepping and squatting again, and then feet together. So keep going. You can, of course, raise this as high as you can, whatever works best for you and for a challenge for you too. Okay, so one more on each side here. And release. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Okay, so for the folks who are sitting down, we're actually, well, I should show what the people standing up do first, because we're actually all going to be sitting down here. So if you're standing up, go ahead and sit down. We are going to move on to sitting exercises, and we are actually going to practice some deep breathing before that. So place your hands on your stomach here, and we are going to inhale through your nose, breathe all the way in as though you're filling up your belly, and your belly is like inflating like a balloon because it's getting filled with air. Inhale, and then exhale it all out. Your belly's deflating, and releasing all that air. Again, do that again. Inhale through your nose. Fill it up all the way to your belly. Hold that air for a second, and then exhale it all out. One more time. Inhale all the way in. Fill up that air all the way to your belly, and hold for 3, 2, 1. and exhale it all the way out. Last one now. Inhale all the way in. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and exhale all the way out. Okay, so we are going to move back to our arms here, and we're actually going to grab some weights now. So I have 2-pound weights here. Oh, it's a little bit hard to see. 2-pound weights, but you don't need weights to do any of these exercises. If you happen to have them on hand, feel free to do that. But of course, there's no need to do this. You don't have to do this. And it's simply a suggestion. You can actually you can substitute with things that you have around your house, like cans of soup or a water bottle, whatever works. I just have 2-pound weights. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm actually going to kind of have it down at my sides here. So you can see my arms right here. They're down at my sides, and I'm just going to warm up with them with my shoulders. So I'm going to shrug my shoulders up and back down, up and then down, up, down, down. And keep going all the way through here. Inhaling and exhaling as you keep on breathing, and feel that weight with your arms. Feel that weight with your shoulders, and I do feel it with my arms too, of course, because it's all connected. Okay, and relax. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. Okay, this time. So this one, feel free to have weights in your hands or to do it with no weights, whatever works best for you. And we are going to simply raise our arms up and then back down. So if I turn to the side here for you to see, I'm raising my arms at about kind of 90 degrees if I can, and then back down. You can have your palms up or your palms down, whatever works for you. I think it's a little bit easier to have your palms down. So if you'd like to make the exercise a little bit more manageable, especially if you have weights on you, go ahead and do that. Let's do one more here. So one more. And then we're going to rest. We're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. Shake off those arms if you need to. Inhale again, and exhale. One more time here, inhale, and exhale. Okay, grab onto those weights again. Again, you don't need weights to do this, but if you would like to, go ahead and grab onto them. What we're going to do next is we are going to simply do the same thing, but at a higher level now. So a little bit higher height than last time. Make sure that when you stretch out right here, you're not locking your elbows. You want to keep them nice and safe. We're actually going to just do one more here. And release. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Okay, so I let go of one of my weights, and I'm actually going to show this without a weight first. But what I'm going to do next is I've got my hands here, palms together, fingers nice and interlocked, and I'm going to raise this above my head. So let me raise this above my head here, and then I'm going to bend it back behind me. So again, stretch above my head, back behind me. I'll turn over to this side, stretch above my head, back behind me, above, back behind me. Of course, you can do this with a weight if you would like to. How I hold on to my weight, I actually do kind of a triangle with my hands here. So, see my hands? I'm going to try and I'm right by the sun. So I have a triangle with my hands right here. And then I've got the weight right in between. So hopefully you can see that. There you go. So I've got my weight right in between the triangle and my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise that up above my head and then bend back. Again, up above my head and bend back. When you do this, if you notice you're starting to lose your neck, it's okay to take a step back. Try not to lose your neck when you do this, so lower those shoulders. Don't want to lose your neck. And keep on breathing the whole way through as well. So inhale and exhale all the way through. Take deep breaths in and out. And one more. And release. So we've been working our arms a lot here. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let's open up our arms again here. And what we're going to do, similar to what we did earlier, imagine as though you're being pulled to the sides. And then we're simply going to gently turn to the left, slightly feeling that stretch on the sides of our body again. One more time. And relax those arms. Let's have our arms down now, but doing the same thing. This time we're going to look all the way back behind us. So, look all the way back behind you if you can, and then come back to center. Look all the way back behind you, and then back to center. Let's try that again. Behind, back to center, and then other side, back to center. So we are simply making sure we know where our surroundings are, adding these small movements so that we make sure we're still able to do this. If we don't stretch out like this, we end up, it becomes hard to look back behind us. So that gets to be pretty hard, especially if we're driving and we can't look, or a blind spot. We gotta be able to look and feel that stretch so that we can still do these movements. Okay, last one on each side. And take another deep breath in and out. Drink some water if you need to. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Okay, so we worked a lot with our upper body. Let's go back down a little bit. Well, not too down. We're still going to work on our core here. But what we're going to do next is we are going to just do 5 of these, just 5. Um, Lean towards the edge of your chair. You want some room behind you, so you're not touching your chair like this, the back of your chair, but you scoot forward a bit so that you have some space. And what we're going to do is we can have our arms crossed right here at our shoulders, kind of. So right there. And we are going to go ahead. Now, of course, if you can't do this, it's an all abilities exercise class. Feel free to just adjust whatever movement works best for you. But we are going to work on our core a bit and feel that clench as we lean back and then straight up in front of us. Or not in front, but straight upright like this. So go ahead and lean back and then come back to upright position. So when you lean back, try not to kind of stretch like that, but try to keep this whole upper body straight the whole time. You're doing it right if you feel kind of your core really kind of clench right here. So go ahead and try that again here. Let's go ahead and lean back and then sit upright, lean back, sit upright, and last one, lean back and sit upright. Okay, so take another deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Coming back to our legs this time, we are going to do just a little bit, couple more exercises with our legs here. We're coming close to time. And what we're going to do is we are going to, I'm going to turn this way so you can see me a little bit better. But we are going to turn one leg, not turn, but we're going to lift one leg and then bring it back down to the floor. Lift the other leg and bring it back down to the floor. So stretch forward, come back, forward, come back, forward, come back. And keep on stretching the whole way through as you do this movement. Take deep breaths in and out. And when we do this, we want to make sure that we're just nice and comfortable up top. It's just our legs moving. Let's do one more on each side. And rest back down to the ground. Take a deep breath in again. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And out. Drink some water. Or keep on breathing, whatever works for you. A tiny break here. Okay, and last one with the legs. We are going to stretch both of our legs out straight in front of us. If you can only lift it maybe to this height or lower, that's okay. Lift it to whatever height, range of motion you can manage. And this time we are going to kind of do some small kicks, little kind of flutter kicks as though you're in the water. I know this gets to be a little bit more difficult over time. We feel our legs starting to get heavier. Try to push through it, but of course, listen to your body and what it can and can't do. Don't want to push it too hard either. So keep on kicking if you can and hold and keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it in the air, and we gently release and back down to the ground. So take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out and exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. And let's stretch out our ankles one more time here. So if you can see my feet, I know it's a little bit darker. The sun keeps shining through this window a little bit differently each time. But we are going to lift one heel off the ground and then gently back down. Lift the other heel off the ground and then gently back down. So I'm going to face the side here. It's a little bit hard to see. Sorry about that. Lift one heel up, back down. Lift the other heel up, back down. So lift a heel up, back down, other heel, back down. And just switch back and forth. Feel that stretch all the way through with your ankles. As we just lift our heels and place them back down to the ground. I know I feel more of a stretch the slower I go, so if you can, slow down. We all tend to go fast with this. But go ahead and slow down and really extend those stretches farther and farther each time. And let's do one more, last one on each side. And relax, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Stretch one arm to the side, have it come across, and then we are going to pull our arm a little bit farther. If you feel a stretch right here, that's what you should be feeling. And try and put the shoulder down if you can to feel a stretch in your shoulder as well. And go ahead and release. Other arm off to the side. Have it come across your body. And then stretch. Go ahead and bring the shoulder down if you can to feel that stretch with your shoulder as well. And release. And coming back to our neck now this time. Bring the shoulders down, pull them down, and then have our ear try and reach our shoulder. It's not actually going to reach it, unless you have a really flexible neck for some reason. But if you feel a stretch right here, then that's all you need to feel right there. Release. Other side now, this side. Again, your shoulders are being pulled down. They're not meeting your ear like this, but they're nice and pulled down. And you feel a stretch right there. And release. And let's end with some deep breathing here. We'll do it 2 times. We're going to inhale all the way in and imagine it filling up your belly and inflating. And then exhale all the way out. One more time here. Inhale all the way in. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And exhale all the way out. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. Some new things with the Vital Living Program. We have a Connect to Tech series happening this month in November. It's already November. But if you or anyone you know might need a little bit of help, either using Zoom or using your camera on your computer or other things, we partnered up with Cyber Seniors to be able to lead these programs, and I hope you can all join. Go ahead and leave a comment or give us a message to get connected, and I'll also I will leave an email and phone number as well in the chat so that you can see. But I hope you can all make it to that or to any other Vital Living programs that we have. And I hope you're all taking care and staying safe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.